Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in to Make It Personal. I am, of course, Pastor Terrell, and I'm just now realizing, why do we still use the phrase tuning in? See, that comes from the old radios where you had to kind of turn that knob and eventually tune into the right channel. But we don't tune in anymore. How do I say this then? Thank you for clicking in this morning. And I hope God blesses you with the words I'm going to preach. Matthew chapter 5. We're talking about the Beatitudes, and I strongly encourage you, if you missed yesterday, Monday, go back and review them. We touched on blessed are the poor in spirit, for they shall inherit the kingdom of heaven. And a much more profound way to say that is God's enviable favor and benefits, the very essence of his grace, extends over all those who hear and act on his word. The self-reliant and egotistic are not granted the authority of heaven, but those who humble themselves in their spirit, putting the needs of others at the forefront of their mind, and being fully dependent on God even to the point of death. Jesus was humble and fully dependent on God at the cost of his own life. That is what it means to be poor in spirit. Verse 4 says, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted." Again, the word blessed is God extending his grace, extending his benefits to cover you. And it comes by hearing and obeying his word and the inbirthings of faith within you. There is an action required on your part. You can't just hear God's word, you need to walk it out. And people ask, well, how do I walk it out? Everyone I'm talking to right now has a gift from God, has something. And if nothing else, it says in Galatians, never grow weary of doing good. Go out and shine God's light. Walk it out. Blessed are those who mourn. Well, what's mourning? What is mourning? We know that it's grieving, usually over the death of a loved one, right? And why is he saying we're blessed for doing that? Well, think about it this way. Why do you grieve? You grieve because someone you had an intimate connection with, that connection is severed. Now, it could be a parent, it could be a spouse, it could be a child, it could be a relative, it could be a dear, dear friend. But for whatever reason, your connection to that person in the physical world is severed. And it hurts, right? Jesus isn't saying don't mourn. He's saying you need to mourn. You need to grieve. Why? For a couple reasons. Number one, you need that closure. Jesus is saying don't be trapped in your loss. You need to mourn. Mourning, by definition, brings a closure. But also, think about it this way. A connection strong enough to cause that much pain means this. You know love. If you don't love someone, you're not mourning over them. Blessed are those who mourn, because why? They know love. They know how to walk in love. They know how to connect in love. They know how to use the love of God. And Jesus says, if you can mourn, you are going to be comforted because you are blessed of God. God bless you. See you tomorrow.